Your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief keeps you informed about what's happening in Annapolis, Anne Arundel County, and Maryland. Local news, local sports, local events, local opinion, and, of course, local weather. Your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief starts now.
Good morning. It's Thursday, October 29th, 2020. This is John Frenaye, and this is your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief. Well, prepare yourself for a soggy couple days. It is still early voting. Today is day 4, and boy, has it been going wonderfully. If you do have a ballot, if you requested a mail-in ballot, do not mail it in at this point. The Maryland State Board of Elections is saying that they do not trust the post office enough to get it to them in time. So if you do have a ballot that you planned on mailing in, please take it to a dropbox so you can be ensured that your vote is indeed counted. Of course, you can vote in person at early voting. It does go through Monday night at 8 p.m. The hours are 7 a.m. to 8 p.m. every day, including the weekend. And look at some of these numbers. Day 1, 160,000 people. Day 2, 153,000 people. Yesterday, 159,000 people. That's a total of 472,000 people that have voted early in just the first 3 days of the 6 days of early voting. It looks like it is going to be a banner year for voting. Yesterday, County Executive Pittman announced a new program to provide venison meat to the Anne Arundel County Food Bank to distribute to families in need. This is called the Venison Food Relief Program, and it is going to be funded with CARES money from the federal government. It's going to be managed by the Anne Arundel Economic Development Corporation and beginning November 1st. And what they're going to be doing is they're going to be paying $50 for each legally, quote, harvested deer. And that's political speak for killed. To participate in the program, you are going to have all the necessary licenses and permits, follow DNR hunting regulations, obtain permission from any private landowners, and then you must bring your, quote, harvested deer to a specific butcher shop. It's the Harwood Butcher Shop on Polling House Road in Harwood. And at that point, the butcher shop will pay you your $50. Doesn't appear to be a limit on the number of Bambis that you can kill, but you do need to kill them by December 30th to be eligible for payment. Seems kind of funny that you're using the CARES money to kill deer. You might see some new advertising and some more information at BWI the next time you decide to fly out of there. BWI just announced a contract with Clear Channel Airports. It's a 10-year contract, and it is a revenue-sharing contract. And they are going to upgrade a lot of the signage and a lot of the electronics in the terminal by spring of 2021. It is a terminal-wide advertising network. It's going to feature overhead digital displays in high traffic areas, flight information monitors, a digital baggage claim network, digital projections, an LED network for the airport's rental car shuttle buses. And the reason that Clear Channel and their subsidy Clear Channel Airports is interested in BWI is because their traffic is still continuing to climb. In July, which is the most recent data available, BWI ranked as the 11th busiest domestic U.S. airport by passenger traffic. And here in the Washington area with 3 airports, BWI accounted for 51% of the passenger traffic. And speaking of BWI, the next time you want to get to Chicago, we have an easier way to do it for you. Southwest Airlines just announced that they are going to begin nonstop service between Baltimore and Chicago O'Hare early next year. They will be having 4 daily flights starting at $52 one way. That all begins on February 14th. This does come on the heels of a prior announcement from Southwest that they are going to be adding nonstop service to Miami from BWI beginning November 15th. And as with the Chicago route, they are going to have 4 daily round-trip flights between BWI and Miami. So if you want to go freeze your butt off in Chicago this winter, you can do it. Or if you want to go sun your buns down in Miami, you can do that too. And finally, did you check out the bonus podcast that dropped yesterday afternoon? We spoke with Kristi Neidhardt from the Kristi Neidhardt team, which is part of Northrop Realty, which is Long and Foster, about COVID, about the real estate market, and there really were some surprising things going on there. You're finding that people are moving from the big cities out here to Anne Arundel County to get away from it. It is definitely a seller's market, and there was quite a bit of interesting information that Kristi was able to divulge. In addition, she's also the president of the Parole Rotary, and she had an announcement about 2 upcoming events, one on Halloween up at Books for International Goodwill, and the other one at their offices at 900 Bestgate Road. It's a blood drive on November 21st. So you want to make sure you check that out. All right, that does wrap it up for us today. Please make sure you're checking out eyeonannapolis.net throughout the day for updates to these stories and more. If you are someplace you can leave us a rating or a review, please do that. And make sure your friends, family, and colleagues all know how to get a hold of us. It is Thursday, so we do have Trevor standing by with your Annapolis Makerspace Maker Minutes. And we also have George Young with your soggy DC Mdva weather forecast. All that's coming up after this quick message from Rick Peters from Solar Energy Services.
Hello, energy consumers. This is Rick Peters, president of Solar Energy Services, with your Clean Energy Minute. Does your home experience power outages? Or maybe you're concerned about energy resilience in general? If so, that's another great reason to consider clean, quiet solar-powered energy with battery backup. You may have heard residential solar adoption has rapidly increased during the pandemic for multiple reasons, and many homeowners like yourself are adding battery backup and electric vehicle charging to their solar projects. And with Maryland's residential energy storage income tax credit, along with the federal tax credit for batteries when paired with solar, the economics are quite compelling, and that secure feeling is even better. So whether you're looking for clean energy, energy resilience, or overall peace of mind with solar energy, we can help. To schedule a free solar design, call us today at 410-923-6090 or on the web at solarsaves.net. But hurry, sunshine's a-wasting.
Sunshine, sunshine, nothing else can make me feel so fine.
When you live near Annapolis, you know how fickle the weather can be. So you need a truly local forecast that's accurate and reliable. Forecast right here in Annapolis. DC Mdva weather is not just for today, but for the rest of the week and the weekend too. Now here's George Young of DC Mdva weather with the weather outlook for today and beyond.
Hey everyone, this is George with DC Mdva weather, and this is your Eye on Annapolis forecast for Thursday, October 29th. Yesterday worked out a bit better than expected, with a bit of sun and temps upper 60s to lower 70s for afternoon highs. But today through the weekend will be a much different story with heavy rain and very gusty winds today into Friday as the remnants and likely the very center of what was Category 2 Hurricane Zeta will move across the region today, possibly bringing tropical storm conditions and even an official tropical storm warning from the National Weather Service, with the potential for widespread 2 to 4 inches of rain and a possibility that some spots in Anne Arundel County see 4 to 6 inches of rain, along with sustained winds of 20 to 30 miles per hour, gusting to 40 to 50 plus miles per hour at times, with some level of flash flooding almost a definite today and tomorrow, along with an elevated threat of falling trees. So definitely be safe if out and about and even around the house, as this is definitely a dangerous and potentially deadly weather system that'll move across the Anne Arundel County region, the third such tropical system this hurricane season to have a direct impact on our area. Then behind the system, much colder air with breezy winds will move in Friday night and Saturday morning, with AM lows Saturday in the 30s for many and sunny highs Saturday afternoon of 50 to 55 degrees, before a nicer day Sunday with sunny highs near 60. As for next week, Election Day Tuesday still looks promising with sunshine and highs near 60. And don't forget, this Sunday is Fallback Sunday, in which clocks go back 1 hour starting at 2 a.m. So live it up today through Saturday before the age of darkness returns this weekend through early March. Okay, that's it for today. This is George Young of DC Mdva weather. Make it a great day out there. Stay healthy and be safe, and be sure to get our free app on all of your devices by searching DC Mdva weather in the Apple or Google App Store, and also follow us on Facebook and Twitter, and use our website each day at dcmdvaweather.com so you can always stay weather informed.
Annapolis may be Maryland's state capital, but it's also the sailing capital of the world. And whether you call Naptown home or are just planning a visit, a cruise on the Annapolis Maritime Museum's newly restored skipjack, the Wilma Lee, is a perfect opportunity to sit back, relax, and let the wind carry you across the water. Whether you're looking for front row seats to the Wednesday night sailing races, a guided sailing heritage tour, or an evening cruise to enjoy the extraordinary sunsets over the Chesapeake, a cruise aboard the historic Wilma Lee is the perfect way to connect the bay through both cultural and ecological lenses. The Annapolis Maritime Museum's making sure all safety protocols are undertaken, including social distancing and requiring masks while boarding. And the boat is open air, allowing plenty of space to socially distance. Tickets are available at amaritime.org. Private cruises are also available. Visit amaritime.org for more information.
Every week, makers, crafters, and educators hold events all over the area. Highlighting some of those, here's our Maker Minutes, brought to you by Annapolis Makerspace.
Hey, this is Trevor from Annapolis Makerspace with this week's Maker Minutes. It's the final days of the Maryland STEM Festival, Sunday being the last day, but there's still time to check out the virtual STEM Parade, Fun with Fluorescence, Professor Mike's Science and Magic Show, Spooky Science, Robot Pumpkin Smash, and more. Check out MarylandSTEMFestival.org for lots of great STEM events going on all over Maryland. Sunday, the first Sunday Arts Festival returns. This year, instead of the Chocolate Binge Festival in December, they're doing a holiday market in both November and December. Check out all the vendors on the first block of West Street and shop local to help support the great local businesses that could use our support, especially this year. At Local by Design, at their downtown location, on Sunday, they're doing an alcohol ink ornaments workshop. This is an outdoor workshop creating one-of-a-kind ceramic ornaments using alcohol ink to decorate them. At Art Farm in Annapolis, tonight, they're doing a beginner photography workshop for ages 12 through 15. It started last week, but it runs 5 weeks, so there's still time to get in on it. Saturday, they have another outdoor mini art and improv camp for ages 7 through 10. Give yourself a break and drop the kids off for this 3-hour mini art camp for kids. On Monday, there's a mixed media sculpture class for ages 10 through 15. On Tuesday, there's a virtual beginner drawing class for ages 13 through adult. Also on Tuesday, the graphic design class continues. At the Anne Arundel County Public Library System this week, as always, lots of weekday Facebook Live story times, including a sweet and spooky story time, as well as the Babies in the Pumpkin Patch story time. On Wednesday, check out SoCo Knits virtually, a virtual crafting session for all knitters, crocheters, and DIYers. Also on Wednesday, check out Intro to Safe Drone Flying, with both a teens class in the afternoon as well as an all-ages class in the evening. And finally on Wednesday, check out Intro to Library eBooks and Streaming, exploring the different options that the library has for borrowing ebooks and streaming content to keep us occupied and entertained. And finally, at Annapolis Makerspace, next Tuesday is our monthly Autodesk Fusion 360 3D design workshop with Russ. If you have any questions about Annapolis Makerspace, the Maker Minutes, or any of these events, feel free to contact me at trevor@makeannapolis.org. And you can find links to all of these events at the Annapolis Makerspace website at makeannapolis.org as well. And whether you're making art, software, sawdust, or just a mess, chances are you're already a maker. This has been Trevor from Annapolis Makerspace with this week's Maker Minutes.
You've been listening to the Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief. Tell your friends and colleagues, this is the podcast where you can keep up on the latest with what's going on in Annapolis and Anne Arundel County. And don't forget about our website, eyeonannapolis.net, where you can find even more information. And make sure you follow us on Facebook at All Annapolis and on Twitter at Eye on Annapolis. This Daily News Brief podcast comes to you every Monday through Friday at 6 a.m.